real thing was using Zoom was to use Zoom as the interface to live
Yeah.
rather than OBS as the interface to live, because that eliminated a lot of, uh, especially with the echo business, because
Oh yeah.
you're running it through two users. It's like, what are we doing here? So using this virtual camera output to here and this, and then out from Zoom into YouTube.
Oh
And
yeah.
there we are. And there we are. It says we are live. Let me just see that I can hear this
Yeah.
rather than OBS as the interface. There we go. Hey, that was us. That was us in reality. Yeah, the real Bob. The real Bob. And, well, that really worked kind of sweetly. A lot faster than I've seen it work before. Perhaps Zoom is getting there together. Let's hear for that. Yeah. So, anyway, uh, graphic is like what happened in hip hop history to
Yeah.
today, hip hop history. So I am going to turn it over today in hip hop history.
Good one. The Roots, the amazing hip hop band from Philly back in 1993. The album Organics.
All right. Now, uh, when you do all of this with the research for this, is it stuff that you're culling from other sources?
Eventually have something for every day.
Yeah.
So I just started picking things out from like old hip hop magazines, just old promos for release dates, like actual artists, like personal pages when they post about things. So yeah,
Oh, cool, cool. So, I mean, it's been going on for quite a while. So
yeah, it's
you
been
must have all 365 days covered.
yeah, yeah. Other than like a few days here and there where there wasn't too much of yeah, pretty much every day. I've been doing it, I think 6 or 7 years now.
I think what you need to do
Oh yeah,
is say, "Hey, these dates
yeah.
are open.
Don't
You
jinx it. Yeah,
want to make history in hip hop?
yeah.
This is the day to do it." Oh, that's yeah, yeah. Because yeah, and also, are you going to publish this eventually?
Not sure. I thought about that. Yeah,
Not sure. Well, how
yeah.
can you not be sure? That's that's major work.
Oh yeah.
Major work. What the heck is going on here? I and it's probably nobody. I I don't know any Downey Shay. Maybe it's Downey Woodpecker. I leave this connected because I love that phone.
Oh yeah. It's got that like nice like solid ring to it.
Oh, it has got the ring of death. Yeah, yeah. It was made in 1935,
Oh okay.
and yeah, and it still works really well.
Yeah.
Unlike a lot of things that you buy
Yeah.
that I bought in the meantime, you know. So okay, so you started it just based on your interests, really.
Yeah.
Just as a website or as just as
Um,
an exercise.
just kind of as like an offshoot to things I was already doing with my own website. I just like certain dates of note I wanted to post because I know the day Biggie died, March 9th, was one I always posted about, and J Dill's birthday was another one I always posted about. So I kind of just branched out from there and just made it into its own thing.
Oh, wow. Yeah, well, that's it's amazing to me. First of all, that you're doing this, and you're also doing the other work you do.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you're doing beats all the time for people. You go and do Monday of the Minds every Monday, every other Monday. It really is right. The second and
Yeah,
fourth
every
Monday.
second and fourth
Yeah,
Monday. Yeah.
second and fourth Monday, and some months there's extra Mondays in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but second and fourth Monday of the month, you'll find Graphic Melee behind the decks at Monday of the Minds. And he's a performer too. So that to me is kind of amazing too to see you do that.
Oh yeah.
Just get out of the way. And yeah, well, it's like Zach, same thing. Hey,
Oh
just
yeah.
get out of the way, you know. Sure, I do this stuff, but no, I'm getting out of the way.
Yeah.
Watch you go. So yeah, yeah, that's amazing. Now you picked that up after Exhale, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I started alternating DJing with him, and then once he moved, just took over completely.
Okay, so you were alternating before that.
Yeah.
So there was a succession plan in place already.
Oh
Yeah?
yeah, yeah.
That's good. That's good. It is amazing that what goes on there in that little bar.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's great.
It is indescribable. Well, I don't know about that because I have described it in a movie. But it is. It's just there's an ineffable quality to it. Absolutely. Yeah, something you can't exactly touch, but it's like wow. You just walk in there and there it is. Kind of amazing. So okay, so how did that connection get started with you and
Well, when
Lines?
I was living in Boston still, I just kind of was researching different hip hop things going on in like surrounding area. And the regular night we had down there in Boston, Monday of the Minds and Rap Night were actually scheduled to come down. Rap Night, I think IBI was going to do a set, and the Monday of the Minds guys were going to do the open mic.
Oh,
So I found out about all of them that night and hadn't even met. I wouldn't even meet any of them for maybe another year almost. But I'm like, okay, cool. There's like a bunch of hip hop going on in Portland, Maine.
yeah.
So then when I moved up here, I already had like looked online, like added the events, so I knew when they were happening. And I think the first week after I'd gotten everything unpacked, I went to Monday of the Minds. That was maybe August, middle of August in 2016.
Wow.
Yeah,
So not so long ago.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, I don't know. Time is compressed for people like me.
Oh yeah,
That seems like a very short period of time, but I'm sure to you, 4 or 5 years is just a little bit longer feel to it.
oh
Yeah.
yeah. Even now though, it feels like it wasn't that long ago, really. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
That experiences like that, and the fact that boom, you are in it.
yeah.
You're totally enveloped in it. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, it has that effect on a lot of people. Let me
Oh
put
yeah.
it that way. Yeah, yeah. This is a great little community. I have a particular fondness for it,
Mhm.
and for all of you. And so let's see. You said that you have a couple of projects coming up, things you got
Yeah.
going. Is there anything you'd like to share with us, or
Yeah, I've got an instrumental album called Spectrum coming out at the end of this month on May 29th. I'm actually
cool
putting out a video off of that Friday.
Friday?
But
Okay.
yeah, it's electric piano and synthesizer based instrumental album I just started working on during all of quarantine because I had a lot more time on my hands. So I'm like, I really want to just like write some synthesizer music. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And piano is such an
Oh yeah.
expressive instrument.
Yeah.
You can have a good time with the piano.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm prejudiced against guitar players.
Oh yeah. I was a bass player originally, so I can share that.
Well, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. Bass players are different. Whole other creature too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about the one and all that good stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah, because you control the harmony.
Mhm.
You change the bass note. You
Oh
change the
yeah.
harmony. As simple as that. It's like, no, no, I'm doing this. And you
Yeah.
go, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's just go there. Let's go there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is amazing. And in opposition and in harmony, it is, it's important. And that understanding of the fundamentals of the bottom, how that works in conjunction with the drums. I mean, that's
Oh
really
yeah.
the essence
Yeah.
of what you're doing as far as beats are concerned. Do you have a particular process when you're building beats? Do you start with drum or start with a bass line or start with
I,
just
not
start with an
particularly.
idea?
Yeah. Um. Yeah, it kind of varies. Like I start off everything really different. Sometimes I'll have an idea in my head. Sometimes I'll like have a sample in my head or hear a sample. Sometimes I'll have a drum pattern I want to use. So it really just varies a lot beat to beat.
Oh, cool.
Sometimes I might have like actual lyrics already written and then think of how I want the music to sound around it. So
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
No, I kind of expected that answer, but
Oh
then
yeah.
again,
Yeah.
some people are formulaic about how they do things. You
Yeah.
know, they say this is we do this first and we do that next. And even if I did have lyrics already written,
Mhm.
I would still approach the mix and the build of it from the
Oh yeah.
drums, from that kind of thing. What DAW do you use?
I use Reason.
Reason. I don't
Yeah.
even know Reason. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, is
Feel like
that
I like that one going back to what we were saying. It's in the computer, but it still has all the individual wires that you plug and unplug from everything in it. Like on the
oh
actual app.
really?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. So
Yeah.
it uses the graphic representation like that.
Yeah.
I've been, like I said, I've been looking for that in just for somebody to do it for a computer, just
Oh
in
yeah.
general. Hey,
Yeah.
guys, look, this is the patch bay. Can't you show me what the patch bay looks
Oh
like?
yeah.
This goes from here to there. Oh, this stuff is normal. Just tell me.
Yeah.
Just tell me. I understand that way, you know?
Yeah.
I don't understand whatever the hell they try to present to me as easy
Oh
in
yeah.
all of digital interfaces. Well, it's easy. You just go here and go to this menu and go to that menu, and it's like,
Yeah.
guys, look, I used to look at the patch bay and go, oh, look what I've got that plugged in wrong. Okay, here we
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's why I like Reason so much because I learned on all analog equipment. So
Yeah, I've never heard a reason who makes this
propeller head.
propeller head. Okay,
Mhm.
all right, cool. It runs on PC or Mac.
I think it's for both.
It
Yeah.
runs on both. Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, that's
And I
something.
know with their latest update, you can use it as an add-on with some other DAWs already. So
Uh huh. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I've been committed to my DAW for years, so
yeah.
I've been using Sonar
Oh yeah.
since
Sonar is great.
it is, but it's Gibson bought it, and
Mhm.
then now they resold it to Band Labs,
Oh,
and they Band Labs has an online version of it, and they're still maintaining this. I mean, I haven't seen any updates, but in general, it seems to be working fine,
hmm.
so I can't complain. It was a well constructed piece of software. I'm just trying to learn how to use it in different ways, in sort of
Mhm.
that Ableton way and all of that.
Oh yeah.
And I don't, I haven't mastered any of
Mhm.
that yet. I can't. And also, I watch guys working with like the MPCs and things like that, and they
Oh
just
yeah.
dump, dup, dup, ba, dum, dup. I'm saying, no, I can't even get my fingers to do that.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. Now, do you do any of that kind of work?
Yeah, I don't have an MPC, but when I record in the Reason, I have a MIDI controller that has a drum trigger pad on it. So I'm using a combination of the keyboard and the trigger pad.
Trigger pads,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. I get that, and yeah, that's the same as what I have here. There's in the front of this
Oh yeah.
here. These are all. Oh, they're not on. Well, then be on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they make noises. Uh, I don't think I've ever reprogrammed them,
Oh yeah.
and I probably have walked through the programs once or twice, but I don't think I've ever said, "Oh, I need to have these drums here with me." I never even think of things like that.
Oh
And
yeah.
here it is. It's here. It's right here in the keyboard, and I could use them, and I don't.
Oh yeah. It's definitely one of the things that through all my production, I have about 20 different drum kits. So pretty much once I hop into writing something, I can be like, I want it to sound like this, and just go to that drum kit that I've like set
Okay.
up over the years.
Okay. So it's okay. These are custom drum kits of yours.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Drawing from a variety of sources.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I love all your stuff. All your beats have got like killer stuff on there.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. It's this is why I mean one of the reasons for buying beats is so that you don't have to learn how to do all this
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
You know, It's like hiring a musician. It's the same
Yeah.
thing.
Oh yeah.
You know, hey, I want to play this song. I need a band. Bring me a
Mhm.
band. Thank you very much. Here's how it goes. Okay, play this. Yeah. So, well, let's see. The last time I saw you, I was not virally famous, and now I
Oh yeah.
am.
Oh
Doesn't do me any good.
yeah.
I can't get a table at any restaurant.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. All of them are closed. Actually, some people in New Hampshire here have started to open.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
they're doing like patio seating, outdoor seating.
Okay.
So it's still a little chilly around here. I don't know how
Yeah.
is it over in Portland.
I think this week is going to be the first week it starts to stay a bit warmer. But we've had a few days in the 60s, but mostly kind of been like mid 40s to mid 50s.
Oh, cool. Now, have you got a drop day thing event planned for your album or your release on Friday?
Just have the date for it. Didn't have anything specifically planned for the day. But yeah, just going to do everything online. Have the video coming out Friday as a little bit of a lead up to it.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh
That
yeah.
to build a
Oh
little
yeah, yeah.
little campaign here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I have a video Nightfall coming out Friday of the
Friday,
album.
right. And when you release the videos, are you doing like a watch party, or are you doing a premiere, or are you doing anything like that, or are you just putting it out there when you feel
Doing a premiere for it Friday. Yeah.
Friday? What time Friday, dude?
It'll be up at 10 a.m. Friday morning.
10 a.m. Friday morning. You must
Yeah.
get up and listen to Graphic first thing in the morning
Oh yeah.
before everyone else does. So then you can say, "Yeah, I already heard that." Oh golly, yeah. The publicity thing. Uh, I mean, I don't know how much publicity you put out. Is it pretty much just the social media, or are you
um,
involved in any other ways?
Mostly social media and advertisements. When we could still do more stuff face to face, I'd normally print up handbills anytime I had releases and just hand them out anywhere I am.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, it's mostly just switched to mostly social media for right now.
Yeah. Well, like
Yeah.
everybody, it's been good for me in some respects, like because I'm doing things like this, so
Mhm.
that's good. I'm doing probably more TikToks than I need to.
Oh yeah.
I had a guy last night say I was at a open mic, the Dirty Gerund in Worcester. So they were online. Normally they're at a diner in Worcester, and Miles Bullen was on,
Oh yeah.
and that's why I was there. So I signed up for the open mic. I said, why not? And uh, at the end, I read them a couple of things. It was great. I actually read the Monday of the Minds one, which is a pretty good one.
Oh yeah.
So at the end of the program, they were kind of going back and forth, and the guy says, "Look, you and me got to do a podcast, and you got to stop giving stuff away." And I said, "Really? Yeah, I don't really think of that. I'm marketing myself,
Oh yeah.
and I probably need lessons, or at least some discipline about it. How do
Oh
you
yeah.
find yourself to be disciplined about things like that? Like you are not releasing a note of this thing until you drop it on Friday.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've had like a few like snippets here and there in the backgrounds of videos, like mentioning that it's coming, but not the like full mastered audio of anything.
You're building intrigue.
Yeah.
Do you? I guess you obviously you have to plan this then.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think I started because I had the idea for this album in February and then decided to just go ahead and record it since I had the time in early March. So
Yeah, that's another thing. You do not let idle hands stay idle.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You find something to do. Yeah. I also hear from some friends of yours that you are quite the cook.
Oh yeah, yeah. Love cooking.
Yeah. Where did you pick up cooking?
Probably from my family, mostly my granddad, because he was just an amazing cook. So I was always just kind of standing behind him, watching what he was doing since I was growing up. So
Ah,
yeah.
that's yeah. It's kind of great to have the contact with grandparents
Oh yeah, yeah.
in life to see. I mean, mine were probably too old for really to. Only my grandmother on my mother's side was one that I really knew well.
Mhm.
All the rest of them were either dead
Yeah.
or too old
Oh yeah,
to engage with a little boy. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That's no, that's great to learn how to cook from your grandfather.
yeah, yeah. I
What's your
got a lot.
favorite?
He was definitely, I'd say, probably my cooking, musical, and mechanical influence for a lot of things. So
Oh, he was a musical influence too. What did
yeah,
he
yeah.
do?
He sang and he played upright bass.
Oh, okay. So that's where you picked up the bass from just.
Trying to think, because I don't think he was playing much once I was born, but I
Mhm.
just naturally gravitated towards that instrument.
Okay.
So
No, I
yeah.
just wondered if you had been around while a bass is being played because
Oh no.
bass violin, the upright bass is like soul stirring when you're standing next to
Oh
it.
yeah.
You
I
know.
think that's what got me because I was in elementary school and had started playing the violin,
Uh huh.
and they brought in an upright bass and played the Jaws theme song and said it's like next year when some of y'all are bigger, you can try this instrument out. And I was me just like, that's what I want to play.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like I say, it really does. It has this
Yeah,
visceral effect on you. You go, whoa, and you say, wow.
yeah,
How can anything be that low and and full and
yeah.
uh, yeah, make me shiver all over. Where did you go to school?
I went. Well, I grew up in Virginia, so let's see. I went to a variety of different schools all around the area until eighth grade. Then I was in the same middle school and high school from there. This place, St. Christopher's, down in Richmond.
Okay, so you were originally from the Richmond area in Virginia, or where
Oh
else?
yeah. Well, I was born in Portsmouth, about an hour and a half south of Richmond. Then lived in Richmond from when I was about 9 to 17,
Oh, okay.
and then went back and forth between there and Boston till I moved here to Portland.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because the climate is similar in Virginia as it is in New England.
Oh yeah,
Except for the winter.
and the summer too.
And well, it's what do you mean? Is it swampier? Do you think?
Oh yeah, yeah. The
Yeah.
normal Virginia summers is like 90 to like hundreds with 100% humidity.
Yeah, yeah. It's the old Washington D.C.
Yeah, pretty much exactly.
Syndrome. Let's build our capital in a swamp.
Yeah,
Everyone would love to be there in the summer. Yeah, we can't get anything done the rest of the year. So
yeah.
it is interesting. To talk about that. When I was growing up, there wasn't air conditioning in all these buildings.
Oh yeah,
It was all fans and open the windows, and oh, you could take off your jacket. You
yeah,
could loosen your tie. Or they sent you home and you worked skeleton crews. And now it's like, no, 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 no. We have climate control, young
yeah.
man. What a different world. Uh, let's see. How old are you now, Graphic?
33.
33. Perfect for making records.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you get started first with vinyl?
No. So let's see. I started because I played in a variety of like pretty much every genre band as a bass player, and had always kind of been working on hip hop, but didn't focus on that solely until almost 10 years ago.
Mhm.
So a lot of my earlier stuff is a mix of me playing bass and different, all sorts of different things. Because I was experimenting with different ways I can make noises with just different analog machines,
Yeah.
like creating feedback loops, but using those like tones,
Yep.
like that.
That's essentially what an oscillator is.
Yeah, yeah.
So that work, you said you started in around what 10 years ago. You said as for into seriously doing hip hop stuff.
Yeah, it was yeah, about 10 years ago I switched to just like solo hip hop would be my focus. Yeah.
Was there a trigger?
Yeah, like I knew I really wanted to focus on making music, and I just found it difficult to find bands where everyone had the same mindset. So I just decided at that point, it's like I'm going to just do this on my own.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and it's difficult to make a band that is purposeful and stays together.
oh yeah, yeah,
That's was Keith Richards said.
yeah,
That's the difference between a group and a band.
yep.
Groups break up, bands stick together. So yeah, and that's what it is. It's difficult. That's that. It takes somebody. It takes a band leader essentially
Yeah, yeah,
to pull it together, or for everyone to be, as you said, like-minded
yeah.
about what they're doing. You. I think when I think of bands, uh, I think of like the Rolling Stones as a band.
Mhm.
Forever a band. That they come in and they do their work and they, what are we doing next? All right, here's who's writing the songs. Okay, here, let's go. Dump, bump, bump. Thank you very much. Okay, we'll go on tour.
Yeah, yeah.
And that that is a different thing than the group thing. With everybody's got their own idea about how they want to do something,
Oh yeah.
and it's a very independent way of running things. It it is possible to make that work, but it is much more difficult
Oh yeah.
to
Yeah.
take consensus. So I understand why you'd want to. Yep, it's just me making these decisions.
Yeah.
I don't even have a producer. I am the producer. Yeah. So how did you tune your ear? Are you is there stuff now that you are embarrassed by when you play it, or is it? Uh, did you always have a certain level of professionalism?
Oh no, I definitely had to build up to where I'm at now. I actually was listening to a beat tape I made in high school not too long ago, and definitely won't be playing that for anyone else. But yeah, yeah, it's I feel like just over time, like figuring out what I wanted to make and how to make those sounds, I just worked up to where I am now. But definitely took some time.
Yeah. So you have clear ideas in your head though about what sound you're looking for.
Most of the time. That's another one. Half of them, I pretty much just have the concrete, like, this is the song, it's in my head. And other times, I'll just either sit down and start playing or just put on a record and be like, I like that sound. I'm going to build from this.
Okay, I get it. Yeah, and that sort of speaks to your creative process in general. Yeah, that's how you start in different places
Oh, yeah.
all the time. That's very cool. So during the COVID nightmare here, I call it that. It's not really a nightmare. It hasn't been a nightmare for me. Like I said, it's been kind of good to me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's been fun. I've Every one of these shows has been a ball, except for the ones that didn't go well technically, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
lived up to their name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wouldn't be struggling with technology if they all went perfectly.
yeah. Well, that's why eventually I said it's not just technology;
Yeah.
it's life, it's everything. So it's now just Bob's struggles.
Yeah.
As I used to say to people, if you're not struggling, you're not living.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Life is struggle.
Mhm.
It's a struggle to get out of bed every morning.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
it is. So, have you been surviving the COVID? I mean, there's a lot going on financially. Have you got an income stream, or are you still working, or what's going on?
Not right now. I was lucky enough. My wife had just gotten a promotion, and normally this time
Um,
of year is like a transition period for my business. So I have a good amount saved up, not knowing what to expect. So
yeah, yeah.
we're better prepared than most. So
Mm. By happenstance, you're better prepared than most, but just because the timing of the whole thing.
the timing,
Mhm.
the timing of it, especially because usually March and April with my business, I'm waiting to see like what things will be like for the season. So I never know what to expect for my March and April. So I'm usually prepared for anything to happen that time of year.
Yeah. It's interesting to me that even into this day that bicycle messenger services still exist.
Oh yeah, yeah, they're huge in Boston.
Yeah, this is what I mean. There is still a need to take plans from here to the Dion,
Yeah,
or whatever they're taking, secret documents from here
yeah,
to Dion. This still is a need to do this in the confines of a city.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty amazing business. How did you get into that business?
Well, that's another thing. I've been a bike mechanic since I was about 16 or 17. So when I was living in Boston the first time, I just met and befriended all the bike couriers there. And then I moved back to Boston again when I was, let's see, about 20, 23, 24. So I worked as a bike courier then and worked as a pedicab driver and then eventually started my own pedicab company.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I I understand the attraction of the pedicab thing. It's
Yeah.
that nearly leisurely way of getting around the city.
Mhm.
And I don't know why people don't look at it as like I don't. It seems very weird to have a human being pulling you around,
Oh, yeah.
and to me it always has been a little bit too. I'm sorry, I can't have someone do this.
Oh, yeah.
you know.
Definitely get a fair amount of customers that feel that way.
Yeah, yeah. It's a weird thing. But then again, it has advantages,
Oh,
uh,
yeah.
distinct advantages. The pace, especially. I mean,
Yeah.
it allows you to see things,
Yeah.
to experience the world. So yeah, so the Pedicad company, and how long has that been in existence?
Let's see, 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
So you are the Renaissance man here, hip hop pedicab king
Yeah.
of Boston. That's amazing. So how big is the fleet now?
I've got, just 2 bikes right now, but, pool renting them out with a couple other independent owners down there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you have a pool.
Yeah.
That's amazing. This this is this is the thing that ladies and gentlemen who watch this program, uh, this is the kind of thing that gives me such hope about what's going to happen in the future with humanity and with civilization. Because these guys are really good at building communities
Mm. Yeah.
and communities of interest and not communities based on arbitrary distinctions, very specific distinctions. These are of interest that happens. And it is amazing to me and heartening to me. And you're going to live to see all this great stuff. So this is great. And I see guys like you, and I go, yeah, these are the titans of tomorrow. Yeah, yeah, because you're dedicated. You get up, you do this stuff. You think, okay, I started as a messenger. Now I'm going to have a pedicab company. Yeah, and I'm going to join in with all these other pedicab companies. And in the meantime, I'm going to be making beats at home and hosting Monday of the Minds is twice a month and doing whatever other shows you're doing and producing your album and being married, which in itself is a separate job.
Yeah.
Uh, wow, you have a very rich and full life.
Yeah. Got a lot going on.
Yeah, you're happy about that, obviously, because
Oh
you
yeah.
wouldn't take it on. Yeah. What's next? After this project comes out, I thought you have something else in the can
Yeah.
you're
So
thinking about?
I'm putting out an album produced by me with me rapping called The 16 that's scheduled for August right now. And also have another album with a duo I'm part of, Graphic Antics. But it's one of my longtime friends. One of the main reasons why I'm like still rapping and producing because on many occasions he's been like, "Hey, you need to keep doing this." But Ant the Symbol from Richmond, Virginia, he's
Ah,
doing all the production for an album we'll have coming out hopefully later this summer.
cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
I'm uh, I'm just impressed that you have this, this long-term plan, long-term plans that you pay such close attention to detail.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. A lot of people don't understand that this is how this works.
Mhm.
This is how you achieve these things. How you get things done is by being organized and being dedicated and being, plan oriented and stuff like that. I mean, there's plenty of us who do ad hoc through the years. I mean, that's pretty much me. I'm Mr. Ad hoc. How's it going to happen? I don't know. It'll happen. you know, but I'm not good. I am terrible about publicity, and I am terrible. I am terrible about demanding my worth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely had to work to learn the publicity side of things. So I
yeah.
started, I was definitely more of like, I'm an artist. I'll make the art and people will find it. Like that was
Oh yeah,
definitely,
sure they will.
yeah,
Out of the sea of art that's
yeah.
out there. Yeah.
I've definitely had to learn the publicity side to get better with that.
And what's your target for selling the album?
It's a bit different because normally with live shows, that would be a main area where I look to sell them. So
Right.
I'm kind of still in the process of reassessing what album sales will look like currently. So we'll have to see.
Right. You're beating up the Google Analytics. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And all the rest of it. It is amazing the amount of data that's there and that you
Oh
can
yeah.
use. And I mean, I'm just now starting to understand all the monetization sides of this thing, and they're
Oh
actually
yeah.
starting to pay me. They sent me a, what did they call it, a verification the other day about, we can't pay you unless we know who you are, and here's
Oh yeah.
something
Yeah.
to tell us who you are and set this up so that your AdSense pay account gets paid. And I said, oh, well, they want to pay me. That must mean I must have made some money
Oh
somehow.
yeah.
You know? So now what I have to do is learn how that works,
Oh yeah.
how how the money is made with it. Much as I had to learn this TikTok thing, that TikTok for me is most effective as 15-second videos,
Mm.
real short things,
Oh
and
yeah.
based they could be somewhat based on something else that I post a little longer, but that generates comment.
Oh yeah.
Because responding to the commentary seems to be a kind of a hot little item for me.
Oh yeah.
And silly TikTok dances, of course, are good for everyone.
Oh yeah.
If you're willing to do a silly TikTok dance, you can get major play. And the idea behind that is just to keep the followers ever rising and to
Mhm.
keep the videos ever trending.
Yeah.
That there's always something in your top 9 that's on its way up still.
Oh yeah.
You know, and that to me is has been a difficult lesson because you don't think of having to, oh, I got to put something out like
Oh
every
yeah.
or every other day. You really do. I was looking last night because of what's all the stuff that's been going on, and I hadn't put out anything
Mm.
for a week.
Oh yeah.
Y- and I'm looking at the numbers and I'm going, wow, that's amazing that it has that effect.
Oh yeah.
So I made one, and I hit on something. It was somebody who was asking about that, why for me to tell them the meaning of life,
Huh.
because their parents and grandparents wouldn't tell them.
Huh.
And I said the reason they wouldn't tell you is because the meaning of life is personal.
Yeah.
You decide the meaning of your life, and that has been going like 20% positive response.
Huh.
So if you go on views and you're getting 20% of the people to hit that little heart, that's an amazing response.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good.
When we used to do direct marketing stuff, if we got 3% of the people to send
Oh
back,
yeah.
it was like, oh wow, we made $1 billion.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, do you sell a lot of merch too?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You
So
you have your I Love Hip Hop
yep.
shirt.
Those and hard copies of a few of the albums and almost I think I only have one or two left, but custom made USB bracelets.
Oh, I mean USB, all of this stuff it has to go over to C now, or else you can't
Yeah.
talk to any of the modern computers
Yeah.
or other phones. So it's like, oh, why do they do this to us?
Yeah.
Why do they keep doing this to us? I like backward compatibility. That's what I like about this telephone.
Yeah. Yeah.
This telephone still works. It was made in 1935, folks. You pick it up, you dial it, it connects to the other end. It's amazing. It
Yeah.
still works. And it sounds better than the other crap that you got on your desk. So, why can we not follow this model?
Oh yeah.
That, yes, I want my crappy old Commodore 64 still to be able to do all the things that.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
just not really fast. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's just it has gotten insane how fast these computers are.
Oh yeah.
Oh Lord, I mean, and this one here is a pretty old one, and I running video on it and running audio on it and doing both at the same time strains it, but it doesn't break it,
Mhm.
and that's pretty impressive to me. I don't know if it's a Pentium or something like that,
Mm.
but everything now. No, it isn't. It's a quad core. It's got to be. It's got to be. Anyway, that's what's happening. Oh yeah, I have a quad core computer. You have a quad core. Yeah, there's 4 CPUs in the damn,
Yeah. Yeah.
all on one chip. No problem. Thank you very much. And now they're what, 12 cores and
Yeah.
32 core.
Yeah. I have one of the quad core G5 towers.
Yeah.
Studio
So,
still. Yeah.
but the other thing that I have that and I don't know if you have this with video, is storage.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, how
Yeah.
many
As I
terabyte drive do you have?
started doing more video over the past year and just had to invest in like whole separate hard drives for it with the amount of
Oh,
space.
yeah, that's what I mean. It seems like every project I take on, I buy another terabyte drive or
Yeah.
two,
Oh yeah.
4 terabyte drive or whatever it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, I've got in this house now. I have probably about 40 terabytes
Oh
of
yeah.
storage scattered all over the place.
Yeah.
I should probably network them together and put them in a fancy RAID thing.
Oh yeah.
But that means another computer, and my
Mhm.
wife will go crazy. She'll say, "What do you mean? I got to run another computer? You're already running too many computers, Bob." And I'd probably have to agree with her. I mean, look at this room. Well, actually, you can't see the entire room, but well, we can do this here. Let's see here. We have that. We have yes, that. Okay, that's the other side of the room, looking towards the control board, and one of the monitors, and then there's another monitor above here, above the piano. Uh, this one here is with the mixing desk, and of course the piano keyboard. This is my. Let's confuse the hell out of people because it look when you're facing
Oh
it this way, it looks like you're sort of there, but then your hands don't match up.
yeah. Oh yeah.
No, they just don't match up. They don't match up with my arms. So yeah, yeah. There's another microphone over there too. This is everybody's favorite microphone. Whenever people see this on the videos, they always ask me, "What's that microphone?" That's the Cardinal. Electro Voice made it for a short period of time. They made another one in blue too,
Oh,
which I think they called the Bluebird. Yeah.
oh, okay.
So anyway, where were we? So you got next. You got an album you're working on. So you got the album. You got your company. You got another album coming out soon. You have a video coming out Friday. You have Monday of the Minds
Oh yeah.
twice a month.
Yeah. Switch to live stream DJ sets for those for now.
Yeah, that's right. You've been doing that too, and that I mean, I watched a couple of those. I really think you really ought to try doing this.
Oh yeah.
Bringing in a guest and even a few, just have them drop in and
Oh
and,
yeah.
and spit some bars, and either they play a beat on their end as long as it comes through. It's going to come through okay. I mean, your end sounds pretty good. I don't know how you're sending out your stream.
This is just right off the laptop mic right now.
No, but when no,
Yeah.
I understand that. I mean,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. With the stream, that's normally off of my phone.
oh, you're running it off the phone
Yeah.
in the so the audio interfaces to the phone.
No, just the phone mic.
That's how you're doing the Monday the Minds things, really?
Yeah. And then I'm recording the live audio because in my DJing program, I can just record anything that goes through the mixer.
Ah.
So I'm recording the good audio from that and then reposting it.
Oh, I see. So you're not using the good audio going right out.
No.
Oh, well, you should be.
Yeah, yeah. I got to figure that part out.
Well, it's really not. There's two ways. If you're going to use your phone, you just need an outboard mixer.
Okay.
There's a lot of them available. I use this thing here. Let me see if I can move my camera to that. If that camera actually exists. No, that doesn't seem to exist. It's not that camera, and it's not that camera. Well, which camera could it be? It's none of the cameras that I have right there right now. It'd be easier just to pick the damn thing up. That's what I do. In order to pick it up, I have to disconnect a few things. But it's powered off the Android phone. It's a Roland.
Oh, okay.
All right, which one am I looking at here? Let's go back to the other one. Let's go back to the one that's right in front of me. This is a Roland Go Mixer Pro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it has one XLR input, one microphone input, like I use my headset microphone in there. It powers it, which I was really surprised to find out that it could handle the 5-volt phantom power thing. And that they use in a lot of computer microphones for the electrodes. In those headset output, a feedback loop, a way for it to come back, for you can hear it inside itself, and two stereo inputs and another microphone input. So phantom power too, real phantom power, 48 volt. So this thing costs like $150. and it was like it's essential for me to use on TikTok because
Oh yeah.
TikTok is all done on the phone. Y-
Yeah.
and you can do the videos outboard, but then you have to pay attention to all of the formatting and all of that for
Oh
TikTok.
yeah.
You know, make sure it's vertical formatted and all that. And also, there are some framing issues too with how they frame versus how even though the resolution says it's this, it's their framing is a little different. It's the safe areas. It's the old thing with
Mhm.
monitors too. Same problem.
Oh yeah.
Same problem with this. Zoom does a little head chopping too. So, have you done a lot of Zoom shows in the COVID?
Um, actually, last night, this wasn't through Zoom, but Bissell Brothers is putting on a concert series this week, and last night they did the first night of it through Facebook Live. So
Yeah.
that was Mozart 212, and then I did an hour-long set.
Oh, cool.
But yeah,
Good for
yeah, it's
you.
mostly been Monday of the Minds, and then that one last night.
Yeah. Now, how did you do that set for them? You do that over
Um,
the phone or?
they handled all the technology. They had like four like really expensive cameras, like someone off in a far corner of this huge warehouse room editing live sound and video as it was going. So
So yeah, it's essentially a director. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Wow, that must have been fun.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was a lot of fun.
And a paying gig.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's nice to get
Very
paid.
nice to come across in this current situation.
Yeah, no, that's really good. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Graphic melee. You see, through the careful application of hard work and perseverance, there he is, getting paid during COVID. Yeah, calamity? No, not for him.
Oh
Opportunity. It's giving
yeah.
him a chance to make a new album, giving him a chance to make a new video, giving him a chance to realize another one of his dreams and make them come to reality. It is the amazing graphic melee. Yeah, he says, "Wow, you had a shill for me all the time, Bob." We all need publicists. Was listening to someone talk the other night and saying, "Oh, well, I've got to do all of this," and I'm thinking, there really ought to be uh, among the young community a publicist community.
Oh yeah.
You know, of people who just are like, I just want to make other people. I want to, puff them up. I want to do
Oh
that.
yeah.
That's what I want to do. And
Like
the, yeah, like PR firms, they
yeah.
exist, but not at not at the community level. They don't exist.
Mhm.
It's like we need it's sort of a street team, but it's not just a street team. A street team for the world. You know,
Oh yeah.
if you find one of these people who come and work together. Yeah, building groups, building communities. Once again, here we are down in the community thing.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. So, how long you been married?
See, it'll be 5 years coming up. Yeah, I think yeah, our legal marriage date was Friday in 5 years, and our actual ceremony was June 6th, but 5 years.
All right. That's good. I like the fact that you have two anniversaries.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because we had the legal process done in Boston, and then went back to Virginia for the actual ceremony.
Oh, that's nice. For the family, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not getting married without having.
Oh yeah.
I can hear the voices now. How big a family?
Not too big on my side. My wife's family mostly is in Virginia still, but I know on her dad's side, I think he was from a family of like 5 to 7. So
Oh, okay. All
yeah.
right. Well, you're a bunch of pikers. My mom came from a family of 11.
Oh yeah, yeah. Got to speed.
Yeah, my dad came only had a smaller family only because his father died when he was really young.
Mhm.
As a matter of fact, from like Spanish flu, like 1918,
Oh yeah.
around that time. Yeah. So and not right, not directly from uh, the flu that year, 1918. I think he died maybe a year later, or a year afterwards. But it was from pneumonia.
Oh yeah.
And, you know, even though they called it pneumonia, what you died of, yeah, you do. You die of pneumonia eventually. When the flu kills you, it usually kills you with pneumonia.
Yeah.
We give you the flu, and first you get the flu, and then you get pneumonia on top of the flu, and that's when you're gone. And I think in many ways it's the same thing that's going to go on here.
Oh yeah.
It's going to
There's a lot
be,
of correlation.
yeah, it's it. But I just mean as far as the way the contagion works and all of that. I think they've done actually a better job with the contagion than they did in 1918.
Oh yeah.
I mean, in 1918, they just put all those guys on a ship and sent them back to the United States, and it
Yeah.
was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
tell you what, let's seal everybody up inside a viral pool, and let's see what happens when they get over the other side a month later. Oh God, yeah, Fort Devens was where a lot of people came in
Hmm.
from the 1918 back from the war, from the First World War, and that's where the epidemic of 1918 started in Massachusetts, and in New England was from Fort Devens on out. From all the people coming back in ships with the flu.
Oh yeah.
So now we have a new flu. We don't have any cure. There, I don't know cure. It's not so much cure as it is treatment.
Mhm.
We do have a cure. If you because, and I say that we do have a cure because most of the people who get it don't die.
Mhm.
They just get it,
Mhm.
like all the flu. And some of the people do die. They haven't got it nailed down exactly who is supposed to die
Oh yeah.
and when they die. But if they don't have ventilators and stuff, yeah, they do die because that's what happens. You need that mechanical help. But as far as treatment is concerned, there's nothing. They got nothing. They got nothing. They can make you comfortable. That's all they can do. The only other treatment is to let your body make you better,
Mhm.
which is what happens for most people. So now what they need to do is deal with the people that it doesn't,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, and that's what 20% of the population is going to gets real sick, and then of that 20%, I don't know. I haven't seen a reliable indicator of mortality.
Mhm.
It's been anywhere from 1% to 4%, and 4% is really bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
1% is like kind of normal. Most stuff. Yeah, so I hope that you haven't had not much concern with this. I don't know how you been with the whole thing,
I've been fine. Just mostly been staying in, working in the studio a lot. So yeah,
but you have no social life anymore.
not too much.
But
It's
did you?
odd. I'm kind of fine with it. I enjoy working in the studio a lot, so I've been enjoying it.
This is exactly my reaction.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, you mean I'm supposed to stay inside
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
play with all my toys?
Yeah.
Oh, this is great. Yeah. Oh, this is so much fun. What time is it? Look at this. It's 3 o'clock
Oh yeah.
already. My heavens. We've gone through an entire hour. And have we covered everything in the world? I don't know. Is there anything in particular that you wanted to know, just to talk about, or to know? To know about Bob? To know about anything?
Not sure. We covered all the stuff I wanted to talk about. Uh,
That's good. I'm glad. We've had a reasonable conversation here.
oh yeah.
You're almost as difficult to get to talk about yourself
Oh
as
yeah.
Zachary is.
Oh yeah.
The Zachary day was a lot of Bob talking, And
Mhm.
yeah, oh, you know what? That's it. Tell me your story about meeting Zachary for the first time.
Oh yeah. So that was at Monday of the Mines, that one that I went to in August after I'd moved here. And Il Murray was kind of hosting that night. And I just immediately hit it off with him because
Yeah.
I hadn't really planned to like do too much there, but he made me get in the freestyle cipher after I'd done the open mic. And then yeah, from there is when I met Zach. So
Uh, well,
yeah.
yeah, from there is when I met Zach, but that doesn't tell me about meeting Zach. This is
Yeah.
because Zach is the kind of guy that you don't meet.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
you
I
know, he's
which I met him that night, and I think we started talking more after just seeing me perform. But he'd like heard that I DJ. It's like, hey, you DJ too, right? It's like, yeah. It's like, you want to DJ sometimes? Like, yeah, sure.
so see that's the impresario in Zach
Mhm.
saying, here's a team member I can recruit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I see. Now we've learned something.
yeah.
And funny that Il Murray is the guy who kind of drew you in.
Oh
And
yeah,
Il's so smart. He really is. And a sweetheart of a guy.
oh yeah. Love him.
I, yeah, boy, it's been a while since I've seen him. I need to have him come on too.
Yeah, yeah.
I have such a list of people that I have to have come on this program. It's out of hand. I've actually had two TikTokers on, so that's been
Oh,
pretty good. That it was interesting to do that because what that one of them was he just talks. He's a conversationalist.
oh yeah,
He runs these TikTok lives and he just responds to people and people just respond to it. He's an Irish, so he's got that nice little to a voice, you know. But yeah, I mean, he puts it on while he's doing things like painting. You know, he's painting the okay. I turn the live on, making dinner, puts on the live, and just interacts as he needs to when he wants to. It's kind of magical in that way.
yeah.
That to get 20 or 30 people just sitting there watching you do this.
Oh yeah,
But I don't understand a lot of it too. There's plenty that I go to and I go, what the hell are
yeah,
we watching paint dry for?
yeah.
Is this entertaining? I'm not quite sure. I am not quite sure. Oh, what is has when does Maine reopen? Is Maine talking about reopening?
They're doing it in stages. I forget. I think the first kind of shifting back is going to start in June, but they're definitely staggering it and like doing things very slowly.
You got anything lined up for June?
Not yet, other than just the Monday of the Mind live streams. Yeah.
Okay, cool, cool. Well, yeah, and you'll be busy hawking your new
Oh
word.
yeah. Yeah.
Mm. But isn't it awful that as soon as you finish doing something like this and put it out, that the next phase is for you to hawk it
Oh yeah.
relentlessly, and then for people to say, "What's the next thing?"
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That was always the worst pressure to me. The
Mm.
next thing, say, "Jeepers, can't we appreciate what I just got done here? Can't I make some money on this for a little while before?" Yeah, I'm sure you experience the same thing.
Oh yeah.
And when do you find it hardest? When you're just about to release it, or is it 3 weeks afterwards when you're like, okay, I'm tired of listening to this?
I'd say just before I release it usually, because
Just
that's when
before
I'm
you
trying
release.
to make sure everything, especially with the number of places it has to go to be distributed, just between the parts I do myself, the parts that my music distributors do. So, and if I'm getting it reproduced on CD, that's a whole nother different thing too.
Uh,
So, yeah,
it's not even worthwhile to do them on CDs anymore. I don't think. I
yeah,
think I think I think that the place of CDs will be Blu-rays, with a 10-year compilation on them
Oh yeah, yeah,
and sell them for a good piece of money, you know,
yeah,
with all the video and all that stuff. Yeah,
yeah. I
because
feel like yeah, most people like just look at the CD itself as more of like a little souvenir. So that's why the last album I did CD only release. It
yeah,
came with the download card for pretty much half of my library, like a bunch of DJ mixes and all of my videos with it as well. And then
yeah,
the CD's kind of like, hey, look at this nice thing. Now you can go download it. Like,
yeah. Do they?
oh yeah, yeah,
Oh, good. Yeah, well, that's the real test. Is you give them something like that, do they actually use it,
yeah,
or do they say, no, no, I just wanted the CD?
uh
Yeah, yeah. I'm just thinking that CDs, because they leave off the video component,
yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
you lose something. And Blu-rays these days are cheap as dirt to make, so
Mhm.
uh, you it's it's something that I had to learn to do when I was doing film
Mhm.
with a friend of mine to author Blu-ray discs and to do that, you know, all of that stuff, turn it into those slick little packages that say, you know, play your little loop in the background, and but look what has happened to your nose. I don't know. Romulus, come here. Yeah. So yeah, that's where I think if you're gonna do something like that, CD, everybody has Blu-ray players now, you know, because then nobody's buying CD players, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, no.
You know, so it's
Well,
all
I'm
done
talking
on
about
Blu-ray players,
anymore.
and Blu-ray gives you so much room. So,
Mhm.
you know, what is it? 25 gigabytes, I think, is the standard side on. So, gosh, that that should handle any amount of MP4 video,
Oh yeah.
and now I don't. You obviously you're going to give them waves when you want to give them the the tracks, but I don't know. Do you mix in 5.1?
Like as far as surround or
Yeah, that's right.
I haven't done any mixing for surround, no.
Okay, all right. I just wondered if
Yeah.
if you had taken the plunge.
No, no.
Well, it first of all, some of it is expensive to encode.
Oh
I
yeah.
I have an Atmos system here, a Dolby Atmos system. It's 11.2, and I can play back all this stuff, but I can only mix in 7.2. So that's the biggest I can do, and it requires me to bring it into the 7.2 system over there. Actually, the 11.2 system that is down converting. The 11 part is there's 4 speakers on the ceiling. Makes a difference when something is in Dolby Atmos, when I get to watch these movies.
Oh yeah.
In my little theater down here. As part of the COVID playground, there's also a screen that comes down and a projector and all that good stuff. And a sound field that will make you quake in your boots. This is what we do. So, well, at some point, when I get back to beautiful Portland, at some point, we must have dinner together
Yeah.
because, as far as I'm concerned, dining is the best way to get to know people,
Hmm.
is to sit down and have a meal with them. And I would like to do that with you. And I
Oh
thank you very much for coming on
yeah.
today.
Thanks
I'm
for having me.
surprised you didn't have a musical tease for us.
Oh yeah.
Here's the musical
Gotta,
tease. You know what? Actually, I have the musical tease, don't I?
oh yeah, yeah, you
I forgot about that. I said I was going to do that. Hey, Bob, what's wrong with you?
do.
Well, this is part of the whole thing. Bob struggles with technology. He also struggles with memory. And where is it? A USB drive N. It's under Beats. I know it is. It's under Press Room. It's under Graphic Melee. Melee. 42619-3 MP3. Why are we using an MP3? I think probably because the WAV file is in the DAW and not I don't use it for playing back. It's going to be loud. Come on. Give it to me. So anyway, this is genuine graphic melee on the beat. Right there. So yeah, I'm living the Leave It to Beaver life. I've been living it all my life. I'm living the Leave It to Beaver life. I got a nice wife. I got a big house. I got I got a mom and dad like June and Ward. Never wanted for needs. I was never bored. Never. I can't remember the words. That's terrible, isn't it? But I like this. I'm living the Leave It to Beaver life. Leave it to Beaver life. Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, that was the amazing graphic melee for which now the beat is Leave It to Beaver life.
Yeah.
Originally, it was whatever that secret code was.
That was the date.
Is that the date?
I make so many beats, I end up titling them by the date. And then when I export them out, people think it's like a secret code if the dashes aren't in there.
Oh, I get it. Well, I kind of figured it was a date with
Yeah.
42619, but then you had a 3.
That was the third beat I made that day.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I see. So it's by the date and then in order of creation.
Yeah.
Wow. So how many beats a day do you make?
On a busier day, maybe 5. Yeah.
Wow. I gotta come and watch you do this sometime. Yeah, well, just to watch people how they work and to see the process is important. You know,
Oh,
for me, it's always just sitting here and banging on the keys.
Oh yeah.
Kind of thinking about things. Occasionally, it will be I'll have a line in mind and do that kind of thing, and I'll play that, and then put it on, and then try and find beats that go with it. Or sometimes I will start with here's the 1960s organ riff or something. Actually, what was I doing the other day? Though this one here, I was listening to some old stuff I did with the band in the when was it? It was the 80s. It was the early 1980s, and I came across this, which was, of course, it doesn't want to respond. That doesn't really mean it's not responding. It just means that my computer is so slow that the interface thinks that it's not responding. Or it could be. It could have happened. We could have run straight up against a memory wall or something like that. Oh, I do not understand why there's not good ways to handle this stuff. You know, in big mainframes, there's stuff that happens when these things happen, and mainframes don't stop.
Yeah, just lost your sound.
Oh no. Yeah. Wow.
Oh, there we go.
For a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aha, that's what it is. Yeah, here's a message. Low system resources may affect
Ah.
your audio quality by closing some applications to improve performance. What do you think? I can close applications to improve performance? They must think I have some kind of Death wish. What do you mean close applications? I can't close applications. I'm in the middle of doing something. How can I close applications? So what had happened is it was just so busy with doing everything else it couldn't handle coding the microphone input. Of course, well, no, that's a direct input.
Hmm.
So it isn't like this was a really why that should be so hard. I don't know. But anyway, this is what I found the other day. And I liked it so much. I said, I don't know, how did we never build something really, really great out of that?
Oh yeah,
You know?
it's a good riff.
Yeah. It is a good riff. It is a really good riff. So I'm thinking of that and trying to create something with that. And I have no idea how to do it, but I'll figure it out. I
Yeah.
hope. If I don't, I'll come to your house
Oh yeah.
and I'll say, here's my riff. How do I turn this into something? Yeah, it's I do remember it, and I had to repair it because it's E and D, right? I think actually it's a minor. So I had to repair it because it wasn't actually in that key
Hmm.
anymore. Tape had stretched
Oh yeah.
whatever had happened over the years. It was on a cassette, so that was rescued from a cassette.
Huh.
And yeah, and listening to it, I said, I was a pretty good engineer,
Yeah.
because that's from a 4 track.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
and but that is the mix down of the 4 track to 2 track,
Hmm.
because the original 4 track is even cleaner. And if I wish I had my 4 track recorder. I still own, but the tape guides and tape heads are all totally worn. If
Oh
I
yeah.
if I were to play tapes on that recorder, it would play them, but it would probably destroy them at the same
Yeah.
time. Because the tapes are old. It was shit. What's that? 20 years, 40 years ago.
Oh
30,
yeah.
yeah, that's a long time ago. Plus, there was some problem with tape in the 70s from Ampex. The tape that everybody swore by had a problem with its binder,
Huh.
and something about long chain molecules versus short chain molecules or something like that. So that if they play it, it could flake off. So what
Oh
you
yeah.
have to do before you play these tapes is you have to bake them in a desiccator. I have the desiccator. I have all the equipment to do this, and I've never done it because I've never had the 4 track to play the tracks back. However, I have a really decent quarter track recorder that I can play half of the tape and then flip it over and play the other half. If you flip over the reels and play it in the same direction, you play the other
Oh
two
yeah.
quarter tracks. So I can do this. The timing might be a little odd, but I was thinking of doing that. But that means I got to bake the tapes in
Yeah.
order to do that. And the other problem is this is a small reel tape recorder.
Hmm.
Everything I did was on 11-inch reels. So
Oh yeah. Yeah. I've got one of those right now next to me over here.
do you?
Yeah.
What kind?
Yeah.
That's a Revox, isn't it?
That's TIAC.
Oh, it's a TX.
Yeah.
Is it a 2 track or a 4 track?
It's I think that is the 4 for this one. Yeah.
It's a 4. So you have a 4 track.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, you see, now I may really need to come visit you.
Yeah.
But if you have a 4 track that I could play back and then just get these tracks off, and because I can digitize them, that's not a problem.
Mhm.
I actually have a 4 track field recorder.
Hmm.
that I could bring with me. And well, you've actually seen it. I used it at
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
recorded that field recorder, which is much fancier than is needed these days. Field
yeah.
It's amazing how much smaller everything has gotten in,
Mhm.
in the short time that I've been alive. Yeah, okay. Well, this sounds like a plan now. Now I need to do this. So I need to bake a couple of tapes and have you have and do that. Yeah, actually, there's a couple that I know that some people will pay for. So we could make some money on this. All right. Well, we should talk about this in
Yeah.
some detail at another time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because that's great that you have that equipment. I have a Revox A77 too, but that again the guides this is how much I use them that I've worn out the tape guides. I
Hmm.
mean, we're talking about the capstans, the all the little pins, they all got like wear marks in them from iron oxide running over them.
Oh yeah.
Tape. I mean, that's what tape is. It's like sandpaper.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I've completely. Uh, I I should find out how much it costs to fix the. I know the A77 is still in production, so you can get Revox to fix those. Anyway, so okay, so you got a TX. That's very cool. Uh, I'm happy to know that.
It
You,
is a 2 track actually. Looking at it.
oh, it's a 2 track.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
a quarter. Is it a half track or a quarter track 2 track? Do you
Quarter inch.
do you
Yeah.
turn the reels over and play the other side? Does it play in two directions or does it play in one direction?
Just one direction for playing it.
One direction. So it's
Yeah.
probably a half track. Are there 4 meters or 2 meters?
2 meters.
2 meters. It's a half track machine, which means that half of the tape is one track.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that I have. That I have with bad tape guides, but
Oh
at
yeah.
least you could play masters that I've made.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I could at least do that. I could get better copies of that. But the thing I really need to do is I need to find somebody with a 40-4 or something like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Old 4 track recorder or fix the one that I have. But I don't. I think it'd probably cost too much money to fix the one that I have to replace all those guides. And then again, if I looked around and found some, I found a used one. Maybe I could pirate the parts out of the sucker.
Oh yeah.
Hmm. Or I wouldn't have to if the used one is reasonably enough priced. So anyway, here I better let you go. I've kept you on the line for 2.5 hours from a man who can barely get a word out of. Is there anything else you would like to say to our studio audience?
I don't think so. Yeah. Thanks
Well,
for
so
tuning
your
in.
next thing is Friday. The,
Yes,
the
Friday.
video drops at 10 a.m. in the morning, also
Yes.
known as a.m. And then the next Monday of the Minds is
This next coming Monday.
next coming Monday, and
Yeah.
you will be playing some of your new album on there.
Probably won't for the DJ set, but the new album will be coming out Friday next week, though.
So it comes out the same day as the video.
The video comes out this Friday. The
This Friday,
album,
the next Friday.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
All right. So that's Friday. Friday. What is this Friday? Friday the what?
The 22nd.
Friday the 22nd. And the next Friday is 7 days later, which would be the 29th, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, there we go. Graphic Melee in a small little capsule in 2 weeks. You can get all of this Graphic Melee information.
Yeah.
Watch his video next Friday, starting at 10 a.m. Do the Monday of the Minds live set on Monday. And then the next Friday, his new release titled
Spectrum.
Spectrum. Well, thanks again, Graphic. It's been great talking with you.
Thanks for having me.
And try not to have too much fun without me.
Do my best.
Yeah, I know, I know. You will, and you will succeed. I know. This is the thing. This man is going places. Just in case you didn't know, he's full of pep. All right. Thanks all. Goodbye, everyone. Bob is going to finish struggling here. I'm going to turn off the live feed, and then I will say goodbye to Graphic on private while we do this. Where is it? Stop live stream. Goodbye, everyone.